Okay, this is revision for cin2003. So we are going to create a new Windows machine, Windows Server, new virtual machine. Okay, we'll give it a name. Let's say it's revision DC. Okay, okay, generation 1, no problem. Startup memory will use 2048, or let me use 4096. 4096. Okay, dynamic memory, always use dynamic memory. Dynamic meaning that if you are not using it, it can be spared for other applications. Okay. Okay, connection, use the default switch. You can hear me, right? Okay. Now you can hear, do the, if you have a question, you can type it, okay, only. Please. So the size is, let's say it is 42 giga. Then next, install from a CD, and then we choose the image. We already have the image. Okay, so choose the image file. Okay, next, finish. Okay, now we click on the machine and then start. Okay. Okay, so I'm doing revision. Okay, so now we will start the machine. Okay, now the machine will take some time to complete. Okay, next, install. You can hear me, right?
دكتور يا دكتور
You can hear me? تسمعني؟
دكتور نعم نعم يا دكتور اسمعك.
Okay, now the last option, we choose the last option for the Windows. Desktop experience, desktop center, desktop experience. So these are the different options. Next, I accept. Next, don't choose upgrade, choose custom, and then a new installation. Okay, now it will start installing. It will take a few minutes only. Okay, it takes time to install, so okay, it's taking some time. No problem. You can wait. Okay, so now the machine is done. We'll put our password for the administrator. So for us, we will put capital P A $ W0RD. Okay, capital P A $W0RD. Okay, finish. Okay, I think I typed something. P A $W0RD. Okay, finish. So now we will put the password again. Okay, so now we have our virtual machine running. We want to set up the okay, we want to set up the IP address. We need to configure the IP address. Okay. So to do that, we go to the click on the local server. Okay. Once you click on the local server, you have here the Ethernet card. You see the Ethernet here. Click on the Ethernet. And then you have the network card. Right click on it. And then you have properties. Choose TCP IP version 4. This one. Properties again. Then we give the IP address. For our case, we are going to use 192.168. Okay, and then 1, 1. Okay. Default gateway is the same, 192.168.1.1. And your DNS is also the same, 192.168. Of course, this will be given to you in the exam, okay? The IP address will be given to you, and then you will need to configure it. Okay, so we are done here. We close this. So we are done with the configuration. Close this again. Okay, now the first step is we need to install DHCP and DNS. So the first requirement is to install DHCP. The second requirement is to install DHCP. Okay, so we'll go to DHCP. We will choose add. Sorry, here. You will choose add. Dashboard. Add rows and features. And then choose. You have my papers also? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay, and then you go to next, and then choose DHCP. Okay, click on add features, continue, and next, 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 and then restart if needed, no problem, yes, install. It will take some time now, just few.
دكتور
So now we have added the DHCP. Now we need to
دكتور
configure it.
دكتور
So
بس
we'll
بخصوص
start.
الانترنت دكتور اللوكال
Yeah.
اسوي ادد انستول اسوي حق اللوكال اريا اللوكال قصدي النتورك
No, 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 no. Don't add anything. Just say no.
لاني
The
انا سويت
default.
طلع ما اشتغل ويا الايثر دكتور
No, you need to configure the IP addresses. You
حطيته
can
داخل
watch
دكتور
the.
وسويت اوكي
خلاص, you can see my recording. I will leave the recording for you. All you need to
مم.
know, you need to configure the IP addresses. Okay.
اوكي دكتور.
Now tools, we go again to DHCP. Okay, click here, IP version 4. We are going to add a new scope. So let's maximize this. Okay, right click here, a new scope. We'll give it a name. Okay, so we'll call it revision scope. Okay, next, the start IP address is 192.168.1.1, and the end, let's say we will use the first 100 IP addresses. So 192.168.1.100. Okay, the length of the subnet mask is okay, so just say next. Now exclusion, we are going to exclude the first 20 IP addresses. So from here 192.168.1 from .1 up to 192.168.1.20. So now we are excluding the first 20 IP addresses. Okay, next. Duration, the least duration by default it's 8 days, so we are not changing it. Okay. Do you want to change to configure the extra options? Yes. The default gateway is the same 192.168.1.1. Add. Next. The DNS is already there. If it was not there, you need to add it here. Okay. Next. When servers, you don't change it. Yes, I want to activate the scope now. Don't forget this, please. Finish. So now it is activated. If I look here at my scope, I have all the options. Address pool, you see, I have from .1 to .100. This is the exclusion. See, all good, alhamdulillah. Okay, so I'll pause for 1 minute so that everyone catch up with me here. Then I will continue with step is we are going to install the CRN, the DNS. So I'm going to share with you virtual machine again. Okay. So to add the DNS, add roles and features, next, add role, and then next, and then choose DNS here, add features, next, 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 restart if needed, that's fine, yes, install. Okay. So now DNS role is added. Now I need to go and configure it. So again, let's go here. Server manager. Okay. Here. Go to tools, DNS. Then we start configuring DNS. So here, go to our forward lookup zone. We add a new zone under forward lookup, right click, and then new zone. And then we will call it, okay, it's a primary zone. And we will call it revision. Okay. Or just revision, okay, revision dot local, okay, revision dot local, all right. Okay, so next, if you don't want to allow dynamic updates, you can do it here. Next, finish. So now we have added a forward lookup zone. This is the forward lookup zone. If I want to add records here, right click here, and then you can add A record or AA. A record is for IP version 4, AA is for IP version 6. So here we can give a record. Let's say we will add a record named uh, let's name it rev1 dot local. Okay, and the IP address is 192.168.1.55. Add host, and here don't forget to create a PTR. So you are creating a reverse lookup or a PTR record. Okay, just click OK. So it is created. Now if we want to add a new record also, let's say we want to add revision 2 or rev2.local. Okay, IP address 192.168.1.44, for example, and create associated and add it. Okay. All right, and then done. So if I go now to, I have revision 1 and I have revision 2. Okay, now it says that the reverse lookup zone was not created. That's simply because we need to create a reverse lookup zone here. So I will add a new reverse lookup zone, primary zone, and then we will add IP version 4 reverse lookup zone. The network IP address is 192.168.1. Okay, next, next. Do not allow dynamic updates and finish. Okay. Now, if I go back here in the local, if I want to add another lookup, another record, so let's say revision 3, for example, okay, and I give an IP address 192.168.1.81, and if I create here, choose create PTR, it will be created. Okay, was successfully created. Done. So now we can see we have records in the forward and we have record in the reverse. All right. If I want to add also Microsoft Exchange record, so again I will come here and then I'll right click in new MX record. Okay. Let's say we will call it REV7. Okay. And then, oh, sorry. Also child name MX. We need to choose the domain name. This is okay. Okay. All right. Now we have created a record called revision 7 for the Microsoft Exchange. And that's it for DNS. You can also create more reverse lookup zone records also if you wish. Okay, now let's go to the next step is where you want to add the Active Directory. They will ask you, if they ask you to add Active Directory here, what do you do? It's also, again, you come to the dashboard, add roles and features, next, add roles, okay, and then next, and then choose Active Directory domain services. Please make sure you choose, again, choose the right one, Active Directory domain services, and then add features, next, 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 restart if needed, yes, install. Now it will take some time, just leave it. Takes time. Okay. Now we just click close. Close this DNS. Okay, now you click on the triangle because installing Active Directory is two parts. First, you add the role, and then you go and promote. So here, we will choose promote this server to a domain controller. Okay, and then you choose add a new forest because this is our first. Oh, okay, this is our first domain controller in the domain, so it's called revision. Okay, DC. Okay, next. uh, revision.local, we called it, right? .local. All right, next. Yeah, we called it revision.local. Okay, now it will start installing. We give a password to the domain, so don't change anything here. Okay, it takes time, all right? Just be patient. Okay, now it's working. So now we put the password, PA $$W 0 RD, PA $RD. Okay, just say next. Don't change anything here. Okay, next. 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 It's taking some time. Okay, it's installing. Takes some time. Okay, good. Checking that everything is all right. Okay, close, close. Okay, now my Active Directory is installed. You will see that now it will show up here down. Okay, can you see it here? All right. It will restart your computer. That's fine. Don't click anything, just let it reboot. Okay, now they ask you to install some some OUs, but let it first boot the domain. It takes time, right? I know. Okay, it's booting the Active Directory. It takes time, no problem. Just wait. الحمد لله رب العالمين. يعطيكم الله استقبالكم. Thank you, Doctor. Okay, it's almost there. Okay, the username is administrator. Take this old. Okay. You can throw no for the plant. Put in the plant. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, now all installed. Okay, now you will see that they are all there, the HCP, DNS, and Active Directory. Just taking time to boot, okay? Just wait for the dashboard to complete its loading. All right, all good. See, they are all green, all good. Now we will go to Tools, okay? Active Directory users. This means that our domain is working. Users and computer, okay? Now we are going to create some groups and some OUs. All right, so this is my domain here. Okay, so I'll come under users, right click, new user. Okay, now let's call this user John. Okay, Smith. Okay, user login name will be J Smith. Okay, next. Okay, user must change. Okay, that's fine. Password is $$, W0RD. $$0, let's say that password never expired. Okay, just for the sake of the exercise. Of course, don't do this in real life. Okay, now also we need to create under revision local. We are going to create a new OU according to the requirement. And if we ask you to create one OU, or we are going to ask you to create, let's say, 3 OUs. One is called, let's say, London. This is just an example. Okay. Make sure you click on protected so that it's not accidentally deleted. Another OU, again, you click on the domain, and then a new OU, and then we'll name it, let's say, Paris. Okay. Another OU here, and we will name it, let's say, Athens. Okay. Athens. Okay. So now I have 3 OUs, London, Paris, and Athens. Now let's say that under Athens, I want to create a group. Okay, I will create a group. Let's say I will call it IT admin. Okay, and it's a global group. That's fine. Okay, and inside, okay, so here I have under Athens, I have a group and it's called IT admin. By the way, under Athens also I can create another OU, so we can cascade. So let's say under Athens I will have an OU, and I will call it Athens IT. Okay, this is what we call cascading groups. Okay, cascading OUs. Okay, and let's say I want to move the users. I want to move the user from, let's say, John Smith. I want to move him under Athens. So yes, so now it is moved under Athens IT. You see John Smith is here under Athens IT. Okay, now let's say we want to create a group policy object for Athens. Okay, so if I want to create a group policy object for Athens OU, I will right click on Athens and then I will say new. Okay, okay, just hold on, please. We need first to we need to add the role for group for security. So we'll go to next, next, next. Okay, and say we call it group policy management. We will add the role of group policy management. We have not added it yet. Okay, group policy management. Can you see it? Group policy management. Yeah, it is installed already because we have installed. So we just make sure that it is installed. Once you install Active Directory, it is added by default. So we'll come here to Tools, and then we should be able to find Group Policy under, yeah, Group Policy Management. All right, start it, just left click. So now it's starting. Okay, this is my group policy. Okay, so we'll come here, we'll go to our domain, revision, local, open the domain. Let's say we are going to add in Paris. I'll click on Paris, right click on Paris, and then we want to link to create a GPO and link it here. So we will call this Paris group policy object GPO. Okay, all right. So we have created a GPO, but there is nothing in this GPO. So I will right click, I will say edit, and then I can choose what will be there in this group policy. Okay. So let's say if I want to do some user changes, I can do it here. Let's say if I want to use, let's say I want to do administrative templates, and then we can choose which option. Let's say the start menu, for example, and then you can choose, like if I want to turn off quiet hours, if turn off notifications, or if I want to go to desktop, I want to do some changes like desktop wallpaper. Okay, let's say I want to disable desktop wallpaper, right click on it, edit, and then you can say here, enable. Okay, okay. And then you can specify which wallpaper you want it to be enabled on all the users. Or you can choose any of the settings we have used in the lab. Maybe you can add or prevent deleting items. Also, you can do it from here. Okay, so this is the part for creating a GPO. Now let's continue to the part where I want to create a folder and I want to share it. So let's go to File Explorer. Let's say I want to create a folder under Salam Rahmatullah, under this PC, and I will create a folder. A new folder. Let's call it uh, testing. Okay. Now right click on the folder, and then you can choose properties. Okay, sharing, and then you click on advanced sharing. Share this folder, give it a name. Let's say we want to share it not as testing, we want to sharing as example. Okay, and then so it is example, and then I want to specify the permissions. Okay, so is it everyone? Now I don't want everyone, remove everyone, and let's say I want to add some specific group, so I can choose it here. Okay, if I have a group already configured, but for now we did not create a group, so you will not find a name. But let's say I have created a group, I will find it here. So if I go back, let's keep this open, I'll show you how to do this. Let's come here, tools, users and computers. This is good example, by the way. Let's say now I want to, under Paris or under Athens, let's say under Athens here, we'll create a new group, local group. Okay, let's say it's domain local, and we will call it Athens or Athens admin. Okay, done. So let's go back there to my group policy management. Yeah, where is it? It's still open, right? It's already open here. Okay. Okay, let's go to the file sharing. Yeah. I want to add another group, so I'll go add Athens. I don't remember the spelling, so I will just check names. You see, I have Athens admin. Just say okay. And what power do I need? If I want to give full control, I just choose full control and then just say okay. Apply and okay. So now you have full control for Athens here. So I hope this is good example. This is just a revision. Of course, you need to practice with all the labs that we have done in the classroom. I hope this, part of the revision is good enough for you. Now I'm here if you have any question. Thank you.